Hey there, family, friends, and the internet. Welcome to the maiden voyage of the Old Man and the Tea. Thank you for joining. I'm your old man, Froy, and I'm going to be your captain throughout this journey, talking about golf, life, golf, good, bad, just everything that there is, and anything that has to do with golf and life. Anyway, I wanted to dedicate this first episode to a family member who will be playing in tomorrow's U.S. Amateur Championship. This is golf's biggest stage for amateurs, and Tiger, has won this. Yeah, he won 3 years back to back to back, and Jack has won this. Several greats have won the U.S. Amateur, and play starts tomorrow in Cherry Hills, Colorado. Is that Cherry? Yeah, Cherry Hills Country Club, Cherry Hills Village, Colorado. So, play starts tomorrow. The first two rounds are stroke play, and they take the top 64, and then it's match play. It's going to be like college hoops, March Madness, go from 64 to 2, and then that final round is going to be 36 holes match play. You want to talk about grueling. So, this field here, just for those of you in the home audience, there's no age limit to this. Any amateur can go ahead and try and qualify for this tournament. They qualify and get in. The only thing here that I see, and trust me, I have aspirations to qualify. You have to have a handicap index of at least 2.4. Well, yours truly is not that. I'm actually 4.3. And even when I was at, my lowest, which was 3.1, that still is not good enough. So even if I was at 3.1, to get down to 2.4, what that 0.7 is basically from everything that I've learned about this game since I've been playing since I was probably 17. Everything that I've learned is 3 words: the short game. You hear about players bombing it over 300 yards, and you talk about it, but nobody talks about, well, did you see that shot he hit from 147 yards? Did you see that shot from 80 yards? No one talks about that. It's all about the long ball. And at this point, this field right here, everyone can drive the ball. Everyone can, hit their irons. They can approach the green. They have a great short game, get up and down. They can do all that. This is the biggest mental test that they will face. So, like I mentioned before, I want to dedicate this first episode to a especially family member who has a 1:36 tee time. That's local time. So local, that's mountain time. And Lorenzo Pinilli, yeah, my nephew, who I've known, I first went out to go and meet him. I think he was 3 years old. Does he look like he's 3? Anyway, picked up the clubs. He watched his dad, my cousin, watch Golf Channel, golf tournaments on TV. He picked it up and fell in love with the game. And the one thing that, he wasn't forced into doing it. He loved the game. He fell in love with the game. He worked hard at the game. He knows what it takes. There's many sacrifices, many grueling hours of trying to become better. So anyway, Enzo is going to be a freshman at Michigan State, um, and it's been I can't wait to see what happens. And he will be playing at Michigan State, and first things first, he's got this tournament, tomorrow. Enzo, you better not be watching this. You should be in bed right now. I caddied for him in the World Junior Golf Championships down in Pinehurst for 2 years. I think he was like 9 years old, 10 years old. That in itself, just to qualify as a kid to get down to that tournament, because again, you just don't sign your kid up and be like, hey, you show up at Pinehurst, hey, my kid's here to play. No. That you've got to be invited to. So him and his younger brother, have both played in that. But those were the days when I was the best golfer in the family. Yeah, that's no longer the case. I've got him and his younger brother, who's going to be a junior in high school in Michigan. That their indexes, are on the other side. They're in the, it's amazing. They're plus, I don't know what they are, +3, +6, I don't know, But anyway, they love the game. They know they work hard at the game. There's some kids out there that they're great at the game. Do they practice, put in the time? No. That's with this game that you're not going to be good if you don't grind. So there are no shortcuts into becoming good at golf. So with that said, hey, make sure you tune in to watch. 1:36 local time, Lorenzo Pinelli. With that said, I tell him, I'm sure he's heard 57,000 things. He's gotten advice from everyone. And I just didn't want to be the one. I've been on his bag, and when it comes to golf, you don't tell a golfer, you don't give advice to a golfer, and if you do, you don't give 50,000 things to remember, because they're only going to remember two things: what's ever at the beginning and what's ever at the end. Everything in the middle, no, it's going to be mush. I did tell him, if it's okay to be nervous. Nerves are energy, and only you can control your own energy. The second thing that I told him was that, if you're having a rough time, just remember what got you to this point. Just keep it basic, keep it simple. Don't try and overanalyze anything. Everyone has a tendency to overanalyze. It's human nature. Keep it simple. Hey, what got you here? So, and lastly, I told, golf related, I said, hey, if you've never golfed in Colorado before, make sure you get your distances down. That altitude, yes, it's, yeah, I wish I could play in Colorado every time, but yeah. Remember, 3/4 wedge up in Colorado is not the same as a 3/4 wedge in Michigan. And what it's going to come down to is, hey, when you're 150 yards and in, what can you do? How close can you get to that hole? Everyone's getting, most likely, hey, let's face it, 150 yards and in, everyone's going to get on the green. In this field, they'll get on the green. What's going to separate the good from the bad is someone's going to be within 10 feet versus someone that's 20 feet, So anyway, with that said, I deeply appreciate you taking the time to watch, this this episode. So anyway, may all your, I hope everyone is well out there. Put in the comments below. I'd like to know what everyone's index is. That's going to be another topic. Is the index. And why guys have a tendency, to lie about it. That's for another episode. So anyway, with that said, thank you very much. I deeply appreciate it. See you at the turn. May all your putts hit nothing but the bottom of the cup.